We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Two and a throw right away. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They set up the screen. H.N. has it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in, and the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Calling a gain of a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Wilson. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Wilson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Man, he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to pass. Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Caught. It's Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. And he'll find Hall. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Miami.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Tua going to run the sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And he'll be out right at the 35. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
All right, come on.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
21G. Come on, 2.
Now Tua. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Tua to try again on 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And now off to the races, down the right side. Still going past the 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. Gtowncapp on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with Gtowncapp. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Israel Gtowncapp taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
No touchdowns for them in the 1st half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the... in that situation.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 35-yard line.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
A gain of 2. Brings up third.
They'll run with Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Jets. From 3 yards out. And the Jets are back within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. It's complete, and he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Right.
2nd down and 6 now.
Hey, 21,
Off a play action, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Solo one, high. Connor, long.
Here's Tua. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Waddle's first catch, good for a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Achane. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Tua now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
21G.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Down right around the 25. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. And in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
Stopped at his tracks by Ahmad Gardner.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. That was big. Needed a few yards to pick up the first. Slim lead here in the 4th quarter, and they turn to the big fella, the fullback, to get it done.
And you know, as my partner, you know I'm old school, right? You know I love those mastodons that carried the ball way back in the day that were a key part of the offense. And now, when they need them, when they need those key yards, those tough grind-them-out yards, the fullback's going to get the ball.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Jets 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, this.
Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Second and a couple.
Inside. Hey, 88.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Get 300. Get 300. Jump out.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the